Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. Had a good eclipse day. I actually got 48% here in California, and it was probably one of the few places it was clear in the country. I did record part of it. Um, if things work out, I might show you a little bit of that later on. But I hope everybody's doing good and having a good Monday. It's been a while. Thank you for those of you who tuned in to the very, very windy live last week. And I apologize to anybody who logged on with any earbuds in because I watched it. It was like, oh, that was louder than I thought it was. Um, yeah. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Welcome. And we do this every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And it's a whole lot of fun. If you have any questions, comments, fun things, any of that homesteading related, go ahead and put it in the chat right now. I want to know, did you see the eclipse? That's what I want to know. And while you guys answer, I'm going to scroll up to the top. Family-friendly comments only, please. And we'll get going. Dawn's number one. Welcome, Dawn. Yes, hope you're doing well. Erin's here. Welcome, Erin. Erin is going to be a special guest next week. So if you want to learn about bees and other things that we might talk about, Erin's going to be on. And so I encourage you all to come to the live chat next week as well. Like always. Hey, Verna's here. Number 3. You guys are so funny counting. Verna is Vay's place. You'll see her in blue with a little wrench, and she catches bad guys. She's my moderator. Thank you, Verna. And if you are interested in being self-sufficient in an apartment setting, check out her channel. She has the things you need to know. All right. Uh-oh, you're one of the first ones to stay as people log on and walk away. Uh-oh, that's okay. Erin's here. Erin's here. Oh, had to collect eggs and package orders. Awesome. I have my one aviary that doesn't have light on it is starting to lay, so that is exciting. I will be putting light on it. It was just an experiment I was doing for Quail University that I am doing. It's not an experiment. It's something I knew was going to happen, but yeah, it was showing you guys something I already know. I'm working on the Raising Quail in Aviaries course. And in the meantime, if you haven't taken the Quail University 101 course, I highly recommend that. I just put the link in there. I get that's my affiliate link. So if you haven't taken that yet, I highly recommend it. It is so good. It has so much information, guys. A lot. All in one place. It's easy to find. Okay. And you guys are funny. Did you actually see any of the eclipse? Erin says I only seen clouds. Verna says it got as dark outside here as it is right now for about 4 minutes. Did it get dark there under the clouds? So Verna, were you in the full? You were in the totality, I think. Yeah. It was not. It was not even close to totality where I am. It was not. Let me actually see if it will let me share any of this. Let's see. Share screen. It's, well, okay. I have something downloading, exporting. So I'll show that later. But let me actually see. I don't think it let me do this before. Let's see. See if it'll let me now. I'm just trying to see if I can show you guys. I did not prepare it either. Window. Hey, there it is. That's the closest we got to totality there. Can you guys see that? I'm hoping you guys can see that. Let me see. All right. Yeah, that's the closest we got to totality here. It said 48%, but it kind of looks like less than 48% to me. It's funny, the mail delivery came while I was out there, and the guy was just walking around. He's like, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Put these on and look at the sun." He goes, "Oh, I didn't know that was happening right now." That was pretty funny. Anyway, so that's what we got. Pretty cool. And John says, "Hi, John. Welcome." Is Vay here yet? Yes, she is. Yes, she is. You guys are funny. Erica's here. Hello, Erica. Welcome. Did you see the eclipse? That's the question we're asking. Where did total reset? I don't know. Aaron says we were only in the 80% area. It got a little dark. Yeah, Aaron, you were close enough. You could drive to totality. It would have been good if you could see it. I hear a lot of places were very clouded over. Yeah, Verna was in the 100%. Dennis the Menace, base place? Okay. Dennis always said hello, Mr. Wilson. You're funny, John. You're funny. Wait, who are we talking about? I don't know who we're talking about. That's okay. You guys are talking to me. I don't know who we're talking about. Anyway. It was clear for Verna. Good. Hey, PJ's here. Welcome. PJ says hello. Welcome, welcome. Did you see the eclipse? Silver Creek's here. Howdy, y'all. Tommy, I saw your video that you could see it through the clouds. That's kind of what I got with the last non-total eclipse. That makes sense? The last eclipse I saw up in Oregon was, I don't remember what percent it was, but we went up there and it was not a full eclipse and it was behind the clouds. But it's kind of cool because we could see it without our glasses on through the clouds. So it was kind of cool. All right. Hey, Ed's here. Ed's watching anime with the wife. Say hi to Wendy, Ed. Welcome. All right, everybody's saying hi. Everybody says hi to Wendy, too. All right, Erica says, we saw the eclipse here in Southwest Arkansas. Awesome. Was it clear for you, or did you have some clouds? All right. John, that's Ed and his wife's thing. And that they do that together. It's good. Oh, Jennifer didn't see it. It was raining in East Tennessee. I should probably, well, as people come in, I should probably share the screen still, huh? This is what we saw. Well, I saw. I think I was the only one on the block outside with glasses on. Which these, and I shot this with my, it's not old, but my older camera, the one that's not as nice, because what I did is I took a piece of the glasses, this is one half of the glasses, and I taped it over the lens like that. My other camera, the lens I think is a little too big for this to be fit over it, so I don't know. It worked. It worked. And if you do have glasses still, and you're like, what do I do with these? Look on here and you'll see the date. So these are 2022, because I got them last year. These are 2022. These are good for 3 years. So any other eclipse, what is the plural of eclipse? You go and see. These are good as long as they're not scratched up or anything like that. And then I think there's a special way to recycle them because there's silver in the lens. Anyway, so hold on to them. Keep them nice and tucked away in a book or something. so they don't get damaged. And yeah, within 3 years, they're good. All right. PJ says, I watched Eclipse and posted some videos on my Facebook. Awesome. I have been working. And I actually, after work and before now, I started to put together some stuff for you guys for the Eclipse stuff. The weekend review is happening after the live because it just wasn't happening. I had too many things I was doing this weekend. I actually went up to Oregon last week. That's where I was for my birthday. I went up on Friday. I surprised, well, my mom knew I was coming, but my dad's birthday was during that time, and my birthday was during that time. So I went up to surprise him, and it totally worked. And I should have recorded it, but I didn't. I should have, because he was shocked. He didn't. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, you're here? You're here?" It was really funny. I really should have recorded it. Anyway, so that's where I was. That's why I couldn't tell you guys where I was going to be, because if he watched it, then he would know that I was coming. So kudos to my mom, who kept her mouth shut this time. She kept quiet about it before, but she last time I tried to go up for a surprise for him, she let it slip by accident. All right. So PJ saw the clips. Awesome. And Ed says, yes, I did. I watched it on NASA's YouTube channel. Got to watch it do several times across Mexico and the USA, all live, and great views from my couch. Ed, that is sometimes the way to go. Yeah, for sure. All right. Jennifer saying good evening. Good evening. Hookah Homestead. Hello. Hello. Welcome. You saw it? Got the t-shirt. All right. There's an Eclipse t-shirt? I know for 2017 we got the I don't remember what it said. It's a black shirt. I have it. I could probably go find it, but I'm not going to. Yeah. Verna says, yes, I was in totality, but it was ruined for me because of the superstitious people either doing fireworks or big gun banging like crazy. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah. The Amish bang pots and pans to ward off demons? Okay. I mean, I understand in prehistoric times, yeah, it might be scary to see the sun go away and do something special to make it come back. But I think now we live in a times where we know what's happening and we know it's the moon, and yeah, there you go. Huga says we went total dark, but it was quick. Okay. Yeah, some people got short, some people got longer. On the screen here, this is the most covered it got from California. Not from California, from California where I am. This is the most it got. And what I did to get this picture, I should have said this kind of stuff before, but on your camera, somebody help me. Is it the f-stop? It's the plus/minus. So you're letting less light into your camera. So I think it's the f-stop. Let me see if it is. Yeah. So it is the F. I put it as low as it could go. So I don't know if you guys can. You can't even see that, can you? Anyway, I put it as low as it can go, so it would let less light in. I somehow didn't remember to do that the first little bit. And all that happens when you record that, when you have it on regular, is it just looks like a ball of fire. Like you don't even see the outlines. So in order to get those outlines, you let less light in. And then again, this is half of a glasses, Eclipse glasses that I taped over the lens. So that's how I got that shot. All right. John says, Vay drinks coffee to celebrate. Okay, she probably does. Silver Creek says, it got dark enough here from the eclipse. We could see the stars. It was beautiful. Wow. You know, in 2017, I don't know that we saw stars. It was more like a twilight, like a deep twilight. Yeah, I guess we probably could. At least planets. It's so funny I'm not remembering it now. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my videos from then. But yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Hey, Mandy's here, Folster Farms. Welcome. How are you doing? Did you see the eclipse? Yeah, Hugo says instantly got cold when it went all dark. Yeah, the one that I saw in 2017, it was in summer, and the smoke, people were concerned, tons of people were flocking to the area, and people were concerned that we weren't going to be able to see it because it was so smoky. It was a big fire year. It was super smoky, and that morning, all the smoke descended to the horizon. And so we could see it clearly above, and it actually gave it a really interesting hue along the horizon because of that smoke. And yeah, it was really cool. But because it was summer, it didn't get quite as cold as it probably did for you. But yeah, it definitely cooled down. The insects stopped making sounds and all that. We didn't have the same experience here. It kind of was like the light that was cast here with what you guys see on the screen, which was about 48% is what they say. That might not have been exactly 48, on the screen, but that's when I took a picture. And it basically was like there was a cloud that went over the sun. Like there wasn't much different than like I said, the postal guy didn't even know that it was happening. So yeah. All right. Everybody's saying hi. And Folster Farm says, saw your eclipse video. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, I did a couple of shorts. I don't know if you're talking about me, or I know Verna and Tommy also put out stuff that is probably more impressive. But yeah, I had to like counterbalance my tripod so that it could look up so high. It's kind of funny. All right. Southeast Indiana, 100% here. Awesome. Aaron says, I was being a caregiver, so I couldn't travel. I hope she's feeling better. I'll let you share what's going on if you want. If not, that is fine. Talk about the dangers next week. Huga says, honestly, Kentucky Derby is 2 minutes long and more exciting. Yeah, it's exciting when it goes to totality and then you can like look at it. I think it's something that either people are really, really like think is really cool, or people are like, okay, that was fun. What was that? But I think it's really cool. So. Oh, in 2017, you did video? Okay. Silver Creek had 99%. That's not enough to see the diamond ring, Tommy. Did you have fun though? I hope you have fun. Oh, awesome. Dawn is recommending Aaron for eggs. Aaron ships eggs, quail eggs. I don't know if you do any other eggs. I think you do, right? Anyway, good guy, good eggs. Dawn says, I'm here passing through. The eclipse was good here in Southwest Illinois. Good. Good. I don't know what this means, Huga. I had UConn and Purdue in final, with UConn winning. Are we talking about Kentucky Derby? I know nothing about that. It's horse race. Aaron says, I'm mostly caught up on orders. I'm shipping 6 days a week, so I don't end up with a backlog. I know how it is waiting on eggs. You're doing awesome. Oh, Dawn is passing through like the moon. Hey, Ken. Welcome. Ken says, hello. I watched the clips online. Hey, that's good. That's good, too. You don't get a sunburn either. That's the thing about looking at the sun. Even if you have your glasses, you have your face. Unless you have a welding mask. Yeah. Those glasses are really dark. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are so dark that... Let me turn on my flashlight on my phone. Okay, warning, there's a light, okay? That's bright, right? Oops, I guess I should do it this way, huh? I should do what people would see. That's like nothing. Look at that. And it's turned on. Nothing. Okay, now that I'm done blinding all you guys, sorry. Oh, but I have to turn off my flashlight. Because that will be a good way to drain the battery. All right. Silver glasses? Why is that you? It's part of the ingredients of the lens. Hugo says they will probably come out with better quality glasses by next eclipse. These have been the standard for many, many years. If you want to get better things and you're going to be, you know, what are they called? Eclipse chasers. You can get goggles, but again, they make sure they're like welding goggles, but make sure that they have the, what did we figure out it was? 14 or 16 or something like that. Yeah, you're going to have to look up that number yourself. You should not be able to see through them. Even like I said, with a flashlight. Then if you can, then it's not dark enough. But other than that, I don't know. John says Ed can turn the glasses into jewelry. He can do anything. Ember says your mom is sweet. Oh, thank you. She is sweet. Yeah, she went up there and it was windy. We knew it was going to be windy, but then it got more windy. And I know I kept on showing you guys birds. It was exciting. We saw a bald eagle. Hopefully if you see it on a computer, you see this little thing like this, and it was bald eagle. The thing I like about that, so she's referencing last week, I did a live from the top of a hill that I used to go to a lot in back of my parents' house. And my mom was with me. And we saw lots of birds, and I kept on turning. It was turning it to show the birds, and they kept on. Verna's like, I don't see birds. Yeah. All right. Ken is asking, do those eclipse glasses have a special mark or logo on the frame? Yes. Well, here, I'll show you what they look like. But on the inside, they have ISO, and then there's a number right here. I'll just read it to you. The number needs to be ISO 12312-2. Filters for direct observation of the sun. So that is what you need for a future eclipses. There we go. All right. And Verna says, in fact, both your parents are sweet. Oh, thank you, Verna. I will let them know. Hugo says, told my neighbor, if you raise your left arm high, you can see it better. Other neighbor was going to give me full report if he was in his yard with his arm up. Oh, man. Yes, freeze-dried candy is very sweet, John. I have not done that. Verna is the queen of that. She's done so many different types. I like the taffy. That was my favorite ones of the ones that she did. Are you doing freeze-dried candy again this year for Homesteading QuailCon? Verna? Hey, Orlando's here. Hello to everyone. Hello, Orlando. Did you see the eclipse? It's a question here. This is what I saw. Got 48% is what we're supposed to get. I don't know what I actually saw, but that's a picture of not quite the fullest that we saw. I say we because it was just me. Bob's here. Hi, Bob. We had 78% coverage here in New Mexico. Awesome. Awesome. And it was sunny for you? All right. The solar pathway lights came on. Oh, so it got dark enough for that. That makes sense. Bob says, I've got 24 eggs incubating. I prefer smaller batches, numbered eggs to monitor which hutch might be freeloaders. Good idea. Good idea. I have 44 eggs in the incubator right now. So I put them in before I left and don't remember what day they're on, but they're not ready for lockdown yet. Yeah. All right. Verna says, thumbs up, everyone. Show Katrina some support. Thank you, Verna. And Bob says, we use welder helmets. You don't get sunburn from that, right? It's all covering your face. Good, good. Oh my gosh, Verna. Dr. Pepper jelly beans. You guys are crazy. Erin misses drinking Dr. Pepper? You know, I'm not a soda person. If I do drink soda, it's usually like a root beer. Dr. Pepper sometimes. But I'm one that stirs the bubbles out. And I have been bloated for like the last month. And it's just been like, ugh. And I went home meaning my parents' home. And, you know, I was telling my mom about that. And she gave me a soda. And I drank it with all the bubbles and cured it. So I guess I shouldn't stir the bubbles out every time. Anyway, I don't know that that's too much. Maybe that's too much information. But if you are bloated, I guess soda might be the answer. It was for me. Yeah. Verna says, and we couldn't see the birds. Oh, Erica saw the buzzard? Yeah, that's to the turkey vultures. What's so neat about sitting up there is you have the whole, like everything is below you. So the birds fly at your level, sometimes higher, but a lot of them fly lower than you. So you can see them like soaring below you. Pretty cool. Yeah. John has grafted 4 mango trees. Awesome. 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 I was just looking at my grafted trees that I did, the grafted rootstocks that I did, and the rootstocks are growing. So what I do is the rootstock needs to grow because it's a rootstock. It's not a tree, so the roots need to actually do some growing. So I let the green parts continue to grow on the rootstock, but make sure that the green parts don't go above the graft. So the graft line, pinch off everything below that at a certain point, but let it still live because that's what's going to be fueling your little tree. And then reason for that is the energy goes to the highest point. So we want the highest point to continue to be your scion that you grafted on. Good luck. I think you said you've done grafting before, but this is for anybody who's maybe novice at grafting. Awesome. Good luck. What kind of mango trees? I don't really like mango. Don't. But I'm willing to try like other kinds maybe that are good. Like not the kinds. We have 2 kinds in the grocery store. I don't know what they're called. Regular and I think sometimes they call it vanilla or Mexican or I don't remember. It's smaller and lighter. Anyway. Brenda says, yes, I will do them again. Talking about candy. That saltwater taffy was my favorite as well. Yeah, that was my favorite. Oh, a little bit of honey. That would be good too. Hey, the dinosaur omelet's here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. What up, friends? Happy eclipse. Happy eclipse to you. Did you see the eclipse? What's on the screen is, I mean, it went a little further, but it went like sideways further. That's what I saw here and in California. So let us know if you saw it. Bob says we had clear skies, no cloudage blocking view. Good, good, good. Oh, and Erica's celadon eggs came in this morning. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody's saying hi to Dinosaur. Jennifer, do you have a video on how to care for your peach trees? I do not. I should make one. I did just record a tour, a garden tour today, which will go out. I have to figure out when that's going out soon. And that does discuss it. I use a copper spray. I should use it every year. Do I use it? No. The consequences of that is I have peach leaf curl. It is a fungal condition. I don't have peach leaf curl. My plants, my peaches have peach leaf curl. It is a fungal infection. And basically, once they've been exposed to it, my understanding is they're always going to have it. It's going to be in the soil if the leaves drop and all that. And so I generally spray 3 times a year. I believe it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's Day is when you're supposed to do it. I think that's what it is for my area. And frankly, it just rained too much, and I was doing too many other things, and I should have, and I didn't. So that's the care. And then if you want to direct the growth of your tree, you should be pruning in the active growing time. So after it fruits would be a great time to prune for directing where you want things to grow. If you are growing to increase vigor, the winter time is when you prune. This is something that's new to me, fairly new to me. And I have a twitch. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's annoying me. But that's something new to me. It's always been that you winter prune everything except for cherries and apricots. I summer pruned, and that's what I've done for years. But this information is new to me. The reasoning for the different kind of pruning. And so I waited this year. I did not winter prune this peach tree. I plan to prune it after it's given fruit. So, I mean, I might even prune it before it gives fruit, but it's in its active growing season, growth. And so it should already have assigned that energy to go in that direction. So I hope that gives a quick overview. Yeah. All right. Dinosaur Armlet is saying hi. Dr. Pepper, but you guys are Dr. Pepper fiends. All right. All right. Let's see. A variety. Yeah, what variety? You have 4. You do one kind or many kinds? You don't know the variety? Or varieties? Mangoes, huh? They have a lot of different kinds. I just haven't tried them all. Hey, Andy Rabbit. Hello. Welcome. Did you see the eclipse? That's our overriding topic right now. And on the screen is what I saw. This might stay up here all the time. I don't know. I might bring it down. All right. John says varieties are, I should have just read further down, huh? Varieties are ambrosia and sweet tart. All right. Let me know how they taste. There you go. Dinosaur Omelet says Andy Rabbit in the house. Yes, she is. Hey, Val. How are you doing? I have no idea if the eclipse even got over to you. Are you anywhere near the path of the eclipse, and has it gotten to you yet? It wouldn't. It's the middle of the night. It would get to you tomorrow. Is that right? If you were in there? Val's in the UK, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, let us know. I was around 48%, and what you see on the screen is what I got. So there is that. Mangoes from the grocery store are bad. Okay, well, I knew that. Most fruit from the grocery store is not the best it can be. Yeah. All right. Anybody saying hi? All right. Dinosaur Omelette says, today I finally got to wash out and hook up the water systems after being stored for winter and washed outdoor furniture. Awesome. 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 So here is a question. What do you use during the winter for your water for your animals? Do you use a heated, like a plug-in heated thing or a battery operated one, or do you do dishes, fill dishes or, fill them every once in a while? Um, I just keep my water system here. It doesn't freeze that often, and if it did, it would be fine within a couple hours of sunlight. It would thaw. So I don't worry about it where I am, but I'm curious what others might do. Um, I'm guessing we're talking about quail, but we don't have to talk about quail with that. Oh no, Val. I have heard that shingles suck, and I really don't want them, but I had chickenpox as a kid, so I probably will get them at some point. That sucks. I don't know what to say to try and fix that. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry. Mhm. Yeah. Say what? Yeah, what PJ says. Oh no, Val. Hope it clears up quickly. Yeah, and John says, hope you feel better. Man. Oh. Andy says, I only didn't use my watering system for about 1 week this winter. Cool. So Jennifer's talking about peaches. Do you spray the fruit for bugs? I don't spray anything except for copper, and that is for the fungus before the leaves bud out. So what kind of bugs are you having issues with? One year I had earwigs that like they would eat the peach, but only right around the stem. So these almost ripe peaches would be falling down and splatting because they had disconnected it. Um, but I've never had any other insect. We're going to knock on some wood here. Uh, attack my peaches, except for rats and raccoons, which I have a raccoon chasing stick out the back door, but I haven't had to use it recently. Another knock on wood. Um, if you're having insect issues, so are you having issues or are there just bugs on them? Because if there's just bugs, bugs are natural, bugs are fine. I would definitely identify the bugs before you do anything. Soapy water is fine to spray onto your fruit. That will suffocate the bugs. And then also neem oil does work, but it stinks. And I would do that if you're doing that at the towards evening so that the bees don't get impacted by it. If you already have fruit, I guess you're not gonna have flowers on it. But anyway, yeah, I do not. And that is literally the only thing I spray in my yard. I have used neem oil a couple times, but I just don't like it. If I can see like a bunch of aphids or something, I'd rather just squish them, or honestly take the leaf off and feed it to the quail because they are fantastic about that. They eat the aphids and then they eat the leaf. It's kind of funny. Um, yeah, I think it's important that you identify what the insects are that you're looking at. If you're having issues with a particular insect, you may have a particular solution for that one. Yeah. Yeah, Andy and Verna's giving Val the I'm sorry and hope you feel better. Oh my gosh, you get it every 2 months? That sucks. Sorry, Val. Bob says what? If you have cherries, raspberry, there are different times to prune. You get some more production on a year-old canes. We're talking about raspberries, not cherries. I'm confused by your statement. Yes, some raspberries have a dual season. Some raspberries do not. I have not gotten raspberries to grow here and have given up on that because I have blackberries and that is fine. I've tried several times to grow heritage red raspberries and golden raspberries, and both of them have not taken. Um, thimbleberries? Is that right? That's not right. Dewberries. Dewberries grow here, and blackberries grow here very well. And I'm sure somebody could grow raspberry. It wasn't working for me. Yeah. Verna says, Val, do you take anything before? Yeah, there's a prophylaxis tablets. Yeah, there is medicine, but it's pretty much I mean it's chicken pox. It's something that is caused by the adult, not an adult version of chicken pox. It's not the adult version of chicken pox. It's the same thing. If you have chicken pox, if you had chicken pox when you were a kid or when you're older, then you have it in your body already and you can get scabies from that just because it's in your body already. So like I had chicken pox when I was a kid. I may get that as an adult. Is that scabies? What's the other one? There's two things. Anyway, and there are vaccines for that, and I know nothing other than that because I'm not old enough to get it. I'm not old enough to get the vaccines. I know I'm old enough to get that because I know people who got it younger than me. All right. Lady Marianne says, hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I don't remember where you are, but did you see the eclipse? Val says no eclipse here. I wasn't sure if it would get over to you or not. Yeah. Oh, Mandy says, gotta go deliver lamb. It was fun seeing you again. Have a great night, guys. Mandy, go deliver that lamb. You're probably already gone. She raises sheep, so that is a big job. All right. Dinosaur says the winter for water, a container with access holes for bird heads. Water has heater, a driver that goes on during freezy days. Okay. That works. Lady Marianne says, why do chicken or quail eggs have blood spots? Can you be remedied? Thank you. I don't know why. It's not an issue with them, though. They don't have it all the time. My understanding is it just happens, and I'm sure there is some reason for it, but I don't know. And there's not anything wrong with them. You can eat them. I mean, those eggs, I believe you can still hatch. If anybody has any information, go ahead and let us know. Bob says, I have a submersible heater and recirculating pump, both plugged into a thermocube. That's right, you're a thermocube guy. That's awesome. Helps keep water from freezing, but sometimes have to clear ice from sippy cups. I'm picturing, Bob, when I read that, I'm picturing the little kid, like the sippy cups. Anyway. All right, I'm going to take this down. And if we want to see it again, we can see it again. All right. PJ says, Val, I believe Valtrex is for shingles. Oh, you found out you're allergic to it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Okay, Jennifer says, I don't have anything wrong with them yet. You're just preparing. Yeah, horticultural oil is something else you could use for if you have an insect infestation. I think the best thing you can do as far as like, pest bugs, to avoid pest insects, is to have a biologically diverse area. So if you already have some pests in your yard, not an overload, but some, there's some plants that they're just going to have pests on them. And you already have the solution in your yard because you already have their predators, then they should keep things in check. And if they don't, then you already have the predators in your yard to take care of them. So I really believe that the ecosystem balance is the way to go. And it might take a while. If you're just starting out on a new property or in a new garden or something like that, it might take a while. I have found that at least with garden beds, it takes between 3 and 5 years to hit that sweet spot. Usually around 3 years is when you see it. And you're like, wow, things are really just growing so much better now. But it does take a few years to get there because your mycorrhizae, your little insects, little bugs, little critters, little microscopic guys, they take a while to colonize. So yeah. Hey, Goldshot Farms here. Hi, Morgan. Welcome. I don't know if you saw this already, but since I know that you are doing a video, this is the maximum that I saw of the clips. Welcome. Glad you're here stopping in. And I am looking forward to how your animals reacted to the eclipse. Hopefully you're able to see it. Everybody's saying hi. Yes, Bob, autocorrect. Autocorrect does some things. If you have berries. I figured it out. I'm like, cherries, raspberries, raspberry type of a cherry. It could be a type of a cherry. Oh, not scabies. Okay. Yeah, I might have my things messed up. Lady Marianne's in Florida. Awesome. Okay. I got things messed up. Thank you, Verna, for clearing that up. Sulfur is a good way to treat. Okay. All right, blood spots and eggs. Hey, Steve, welcome. Were you sneaking? Steve says blood spots and eggs are normal and would not affect your ability to hatch. Yeah, I have not. I mean, obviously, I don't crack things open before I hatch them, but that would not affect anything really. People sometimes think, oh, that's an undeveloped chick in there. It's like, no, it's not. It's a blood spot. Yeah. I mean, here's your reminder that a chicken has a period every day. And if all you get out of it is an egg, that's good. Okay, shingles is from chickenpox. Oh man, you're saying, yeah, Erica. Sorry, I got things messed up. Oh, shingles affect nervous system because of MS. Got it, Val. Got it. All right, Steve's Googling again. Instances of blood spots can increase when hens in a flock stressed, get excited by changes in light, changes in temperature, or simply shifting season. So really for any reason, is that what you're saying? Oh boy. Hey, Goldshaw says, cool, we had total dark. It was one of the craziest things I've seen. Morgan, I saw it in 2017 up in Oregon, and we walked out my parents' back door, basically, and went up the hill. And that's where we saw it from. And it definitely was an experience. So on the screen again is the most I saw from Gilroy, California. I definitely was not I just went out there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this in the middle of the day. I took some time off work. But I was thinking about going to see the total eclipse, but I was so last minute with everything. I'm like, no. It would be a 24-hour drive for the closest area and like at minimum $1,600 plane ticket. I'm like, nope. So I'm glad it was clear for you. Yeah, Erica, high stress. High stress does a lot, and one of my goals is to reduce stress, and so I am working on that. So I have multiple things in my life that are stressful, and I'm working on de-stressifying. There you go. Lady Marianne saying thanks to Steve. Val says we had total dark in UK the last eclipse in 2017. The animals were confused. Were yours? So that's a better question for people that had a full eclipse. In 2017, I was up with my parents, and that was when I did see a full eclipse. And my parents' dog was with us, and she really didn't care. Today, the little kitten that is not so little and not a kitten anymore, but I still call him kitten, who is not ours, but has claimed me as his person. He was completely fine, and he was basically sleeping through all of it. I was going to bring him a photo, but I guess I didn't have it up yet. And nobody cared. Nope, none of the animals cared here. I didn't record any of the other animals. I was out in the front, but they didn't care. Here, it looked like basically a cloud shadowed over the sun is basically the amount of light reduction that we got, with like not very much. And I'll have a video out. I think it's going to go out tomorrow. It depends on what I get done today, guys. I didn't even do my weekend review yet, so that'll come out sometime tonight. That'll come out, and then whether or not other videos are in different order, we'll deal with that later. But there will be a video on the clips, and it probably won't be that exciting, but it will be. I mean, you'll be seeing the clips. All right, let's see what other people say. Yeah, Steve says we missed most of the eclipses from clouds and rain. Yep. That's what I heard from the whole. I woke up and I saw on my weather. I look at weather.com. You know, I have the app for the Weather Channel, and not anyway. And it had a video on there, and it was like, here's the cloud layer, and here's where the sun is going to be total, and it's like all clouds, and they're like, if you're in New Hampshire or Maine, you might get to see it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Erica says I saw it from my front door. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And Verna says my rabbits did not move. They stayed quiet, aka no zoomies. But Lucy was excited. Lucy is tuned into things. Lucy is Verna's dog, for those that don't know. Lucy's tuned into things. Yeah. Buster's here. Hi to all. Hi, Buster. Did you see the eclipse? And Morgan says the bees and the chickens went to bed early. The cattle, ducks, and geese didn't care. One dog was totally normal, but Toby dog was terrified. Oh no. Oh no. Isn't that funny how some of them do care and some of them don't? This little cat, I say he's little, he's not little, he's kind of pudgy. But this little cat that thinks he lives here, he was asleep, and he was just like on his back like this, asleep. And then like it was partially, it was our total, right? It was 48% here. And he was just like, nothing. Yeah, Verna says Lucy loved it until the idiots made a lot of noise. Yep. You don't need noise to have the sun come back. It happens by itself. Belle says, yes, my chickens ran to bed as if the electric door was going to lock them out. Oh, no. I didn't think about that. Are the electric doors, are they solar? Are they timer or are they solar based? Because that might be a little freak out for the chickens if they see the door closing. They're like, wait for me. Oh my gosh, Val, I'm sorry I'm laughing. Your chickens are probably terrified, but it's kind of funny. I corrected it, Verna. Erica says, my goats hollered after it got light again. They seemed to think it was time for breakfast again. You know. Yeah. Quail do too when they're babies. And I have the brooder room is the spare bedroom. And if you go in there after the light has already gone off, here's a cue for people who raise animals, raise chicks in the house. Now I brood in the house and then go outside. But if you have a dimmer switch, use it, because they will be quieter if they have sunset. And then once the sun is set, if you don't go in there, that's the best idea, because as soon as you introduce light, they're like, "Ooh, I'm hungry." And you're like, "No, you're not. You just went to bed." They're like, "Oh, but the sun's up. I'm hungry." Um, yeah. So invest in a dimmer switch is my advice. Or put your broody mama in with them, because boy, oh boy, when we had that broody mama in there, man, I'm so sad that she's gone now. We had her in there. She whipped those babies into shape. It was so good. Those were the quietest babies we ever had. Anyway, I don't know what to do about goats though. Feed them again, I guess. Buster had 95%. Awesome. You didn't drive to totality, Buster? Man, missing out. But hopefully you could see it good, and it was fun. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Steve. Well, Erica, it was morning and they missed supper the night before. I know, they got put to bed without supper. Oh my goodness. Yeah, good point, Val. I bet with Toby Dog being guard dog felt out of control. That is a really good point that I didn't even think of, Val. That is likely, yeah, probably that feeling of what the heck is going on probably affected him more than other animals, because he is in control of his area, right? I mean, he's not in control of sunrise and sunset, but he knows what happens. He knows what happens, every other day in his life. Yeah. Steve says, I use the sunset mode on my Alexa to simulate sun up and sundown. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Verna did too. Yeah, sun up and sundown, it really does work better if you have a dimmer. I mean, if you have sun up, okay, so the light that I have on my birds outside is on and off. I don't have a dimmer. My quail lay year round, and so I have light on them in the winter. Well, the extended winter, right? When it stops getting light enough. There's a time when the light goes off, and if I go out there and collect eggs after the light goes off, which happens pretty often because I work full time and sometimes that's what happens, and I have my flashlight on my phone and they get confused, and then as soon as one starts talking, the rest of the boys start talking, and that is something that can happen. It confuses them. It really confuses them when it's a sudden light. I try not to do that, but sometimes it happens, and it happens. So Morgan says he was acting the same exact way he does when the fireworks go off on 4th of July. You guys get fireworks out where you are? Yeah, Gilroy gets fireworks all the time. It's been surprisingly quiet, knocking on wood. It's been surprisingly quiet the last couple of years. I think mostly because the police actually took action, and I mean, we had these huge like mortars going off, and it's like you live in a war zone and it's not a war zone. And I mean, the windows would rattle and all of that, and terrible, terrible thing. I have no idea why we celebrate our independence with things that are traumatizing to so many service members. Anyway, I will get off that subject. But yeah, that sucks. Sorry. Yeah, Val says, I dare say it frightened him with it going dark so quick. Likely, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in 2017, I did see the full one then, and like I said, my parents' dog didn't really react at all, and that was kind of funny because we kind of expected her to, but I mean, it had been super, super smoky for like 2 weeks before that, and the smoke did clear on that day down to the horizon, so like maybe she was used to that, but it is kind of weird that she didn't do anything because She barks at hot air balloons. They are very scary. She must hide from them. If there is a hot air balloon in the air, or if she accidentally looks up and sees a full moon, she must go home. And it was, so I don't know why she didn't react similarly to something weird up and above her. I wonder if she did that before the eclipse. I'm going to have to ask my parents that question. Maybe that's what started the whole looking up thing. I'm going to have to ask them. Remind me and I'll give you guys an answer. But yeah, she looks up sometimes. And if there's a balloon, it's scary. You know, a hot air balloon. And she must go away from it. And if she looks up, like if my parents are taking her for a walk at night and she looks up and there's the moon is also very scary. she's half lab, half husky. She shouldn't be scared, right? Yeah. Yeah, Val, it's about time fireworks are banned. I think there's a place and time for them. I don't think there's everywhere for them. Brenna says, that was the sound here today, Katrina. I hate that sound. Triggers me terribly, as it does Lucy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the shaking in your chest and shaking in the windows, like no person should feel that in their home at all. Gulshaw says Abby was totally chill. She was almost extra playful. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, I didn't witness any of that, but I did witness later in the day. Now, I've been gone for a week, so I haven't really said hello to everybody properly, except for a little bit yesterday. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with the chickens. Again, I have 3 chickens. And Oviraptor, yes, they're named after dinosaurs. She had her first scratchy. She stomped at me. I don't know if you guys have this happen with your chickens, but my chickens don't have a boyfriend, so I give them scratchies. They ask for scratchies by stomping their feet. Well, she does. She stomps her feet. Rexy kind of pecks at me, and Smilo doesn't want any scratchies ever. But it's so funny because Smilo might start laying soon. I don't know. Rexy started laying months ago, and because I don't put light on them in the winter. And then Oviraptor just started laying, I don't know when. Maybe she was the one late. Maybe she's the late one. Maybe Smilo started laying earlier. I don't know. Anyway, it was funny because she did want scratchies. Anyway, that's what I call it. Erica's dog slept through it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Verna says sighthounds look at the sky often. It's funny. Some dogs look up and some dogs don't. It could be a breed thing. It could also be an individual thing, for sure. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Sighthounds, right? I don't know, but a lab is a water dog, right? Isn't it a lab is a water hunting dog and a husky is a sled puller? She's a puller. Val says, I bet she was like, come on, Toby dog, it's morning again. Yep. Yep. Hey, Ed's back. What'd you miss? Hopefully you said hello to Wendy, because we were all saying hello to Wendy before you got off. We are still talking about the eclipse. Talked a little bit about peach trees and peach tree maintenance. Talked a little bit about quail, a little bit about chickens. Yeah. Hey, rabbits. Let's talk about rabbits. Today, the rabbits, the grow outs, are 12 weeks old, so they are going to go to freezer camp. Probably not today, though, because today is a long day. So over the next couple days, they will be going to freezer camp. So the shorts, I've been doing a daily short for them. So this tonight is going to be the last daily short for these guys. And we still have the Caternix quail that I'm following daily. I don't know if I'll go past 3 weeks with them, though. I think I might just go to 3 weeks. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys enjoying that? Let me know. No repeats, Ed? Oh, yeah. Hey, I will actually put this up again. I don't know if this was up here when Ed was here before. This is what I saw. I was not in the path of totality. but this is what I saw from California. All right. Morgan says, good to see you. Off to bed. It's been a long day. I bet it's been a long day. Good night, and thank you for stopping in. I look forward to watching your video on your animals. We got the preview here. Have a good night. Everybody's saying good night. Verna says labs are sight hounds. Okay. Lucy is afraid of hot air balloons too. Oh, that's right. Lucy is she's a lab and a greyhound, right? Did I get that right? Oh, Verna, how'd it go? You processed a rabbit the other day. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully it went well. I'm hoping. I think she said a rabbit, so probably a lot more, Steve. PJ says, I'm keeping a close eye on my pygmy goat, ready to pop any second. That is awesome. Awesome. Are you going to have a house guest, or are they going to be outside? You have so many animals coming into your house, PJ. I love it. Okay, 4 more, Brenna said. Then a month-long break. Yes, Val. You saying good night to Morgan. I got it. Got it right. All right. Yeah. So there's only 5 for this batch, and then the other ones can go in. I think not risotto. Rigatoni might be. I don't remember how old hers are. I don't remember. And then raviolis need a couple more weeks before they're time to wean. So they'll be in there. I'll probably move them together. They're a couple weeks apart from each other, the 2 litters. And so at that point, I'll put them all in that grow out hutch, and I should be rebreeding them tonight. It'll probably happen tomorrow. But that grow out hutch will fit 14. That's the most I've had in there. That's probably about the most I'm comfortable having in there. So I'll probably have them all in the bottom for the first several days so they know where the potty spot is. And then I'll open up the top, and then they'll be able to use the top and hopefully not pee in each other. I only had that happen with 1 batch, and that's when I started introducing them to the lower part only for a few days, and then the upper part. So I don't know why that 1 batch just did that. But anyway, that is the plan for the rabbits. Brenda says, it went fine, but I have figured out how to do it outside, so I can't have to do it on the counter again. Oh, you did it on the counter. Yeah, I think if you find like a suitable tree to do that at, and then bring a little folding table, I think you'll do fine with that. Yeah. And Val, that was her first time doing that. I'm going to make this go away. I think it's funny you can see my mouse when I'm doing that. Buster says, my apricot trees are loaded with fruit. My burn barrels worked. Buster, that's wonderful. My apricot trees my tree out in the front has fruit on it. Trees in the back, I didn't see any fruit, but there might be some starting. They're usually later than the one in the front. Don't know why. Yeah. Ed says, John said something about Ed can make jewelry. You were listening, huh? Out of these solar eclipse glasses, because there's silver in the lens, and he says you can make jewelry out of anything. So, Ed, what are your ideas? PJ says, I have silky chickens in the quail room until I figure out a nice coop for them. Awesome. Are you going to brood quail with them? I tried with Oviraptor. She's too big, and 2 of them hatched, and I never found the babies. So I think her sisters had a snack. That was a couple years ago. I originally got Oviraptor. She's a Buff Orpington. I originally got her because I was going to get 3 Barred Rocks, which is the other 2. But then I'm like, ooh, but they're supposed to go broody. And I want broodiness for my quail. And I didn't even think at the time that she was so heavy and the quail eggs are so tiny. So silky chickens are the appropriate chicken to try for that if you're going to do that with a chicken. Anyway, let me know. Val says, was it hard? I don't think I could do a rabbit. Well done. Val, it is hard. It should not be physically hard. If you are doing a male, they are harder to skin because their connective tissue is, I don't know if that's more or if it's more taut. I don't know. But the connective tissue is different on the males than on the females. And if you are, not really paying attention to that and you're just doing it, you're probably not going to notice it. If you are not as strong or if you're doing it slowly, then you will notice more of that. But psychologically, I mean, it's taking a life, so it should not be, joyful, comfortable kind of thing. It should be quick and it should be swift for the animal's sake. Yeah. David says, we have 5 kits that will be going to freezer camp in the next week. We call them the swarm. Do they just run around everywhere? Yeah. Yep. That's what they do. Oh, you had a surprise litter Friday morning, very early, Verna says. When? It's not when. I know, you just said Friday morning. That's not what I'm asking. When were they due? I wonder if one of the times that you thought they didn't take or they didn't try, maybe they did. Interesting. Sorry. Erica says, Ed, he was talking about the eclipse classes. Now that it's over. Yep. But remember, look for the date on yours. Mine says 2022 because I got these last year. These are good for 3 years. So keep them. Someplace you know where they are. Ed says, been snacking on freeze-dried, pre-cooked chicken breasts. Bit dry, but it's good flavor. Good. Yeah, I was thinking about seasoning some rabbit and cooking that and freeze drying for later, but not as a jerky snack, but like a rehydratable thing, like maybe a taco seasoned one. I think that would be good. Ed says, I would need 1 billion of them to get enough silver to do anything with. Well, there's about 1 billion people who have them that no longer need them. That would be a project, huh? PJ says, I have silky chicks babysitting the new quail chicks in brooder. Awesome. There's silver in the side of computer keyboards, Ed said. Interesting. There's silver everywhere. Yeah, not everywhere, but in a lot of places. Yeah. So Verna says, my first was a male and over 4 months old. Culling it was not hard at all. It was the skinning that was hard. Yeah, and that's because of its age and because it's male. Yeah. If it was younger and female, it would be much easier. I go 12 weeks. We'll see. I need to weigh them tonight. I haven't done that yet, but I will be weighing them tonight, and we'll see what happens. Verna says, oh, I already read that. Oh, it was one that I did not breed. Her brother got her. So she was 4 months old. Yeah, that is a surprise. Meaning they were not due. Yeah, I got that now. I thought it was something that, it was earlier than that kind of surprise. She says, Ed, cut the lens, put him inside a ring and make earrings out of him. Oh boy, somebody would buy it. Val says, I don't know that my hands are strong enough anymore. I'd hate to distress it. Yeah. He struggled with a couple of cockerels someone brought around, but they were massive. Yeah, it's a there is a strength involved. It totally depends how you do it. So I use a hopper bopper, and that's how I do it. And it's cervical dislocation, and that's how I do it. Yeah, you want to be swift and quick. Surprise! It was an accident. Buster says, "Yep, yep." Okay, brother or sister breeding can make the best rabbits. You're talking about for meat? Yeah. So inbreeding, it amplifies characteristics. So if the characteristic comes out as good, it's going to make it good. If the characteristic comes out as bad, it's going to make it worse. So yeah. Okay, you did broom handle method, and that worked pretty good for you. That's good. Oh boy. See, if you think the rabbits are overhearing the conversation and know how to avoid it, I don't know about that. Line breeding is needed every now and then. Yeah. So line breeding is what I did before I had the new buck. Yeah. Oh, they make the best show rabbits? Okay. I'm not into show rabbits. I'm into eating rabbits. But they are good. They're good for eating. And I'm sure what is good for show, except for color, likely is what's good for eating rabbits. Yeah. Oh, you'll see what you got on Friday. Yeah. How many did you get, Brenna? Did you say? Did you say? I don't remember if you said. No, you didn't say. How many? Um, Let me look at the calendar. There is actually, I think I have it. Yeah. Anyway, risotto and penne were bred on the 19th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're on day 20 right now. I put the nest box in day 26, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like by next week, next Sunday and Monday, I'll put the nest box in. And later that week, they should have babies. That'll be their first batch of babies, first kindling. So there you go. All right, Dawn's back. Man, you're back, and it's after 7. Dawn says, "Yay, I'm back. Late, but I'm back for a bit. I got the slide transfer board in tonight and just took a shower for the first time. Oh my gosh, for February 22, 23. That is awesome, Dawn. So things are moving along well for you. That is great. That is great." And Berna says, "I think 5. So did you like see her pulling fur and rush to get a nest box in there, or what happened with that? Because I'm sure you said it on your live and I missed it. I was driving on Saturday. Yeah. I haven't re-listened to anything. Andy Rabbit says, "Nice, Dawn. That's awesome." I agree. And wonderful, Dawn, from Verna. Absolutely. Absolutely. Breed the best and eat the rest. Yep. Absolutely, Andy. And Buster's laughing at Andy. Have you not heard that one before? Breed the best and eat the rest? That's a good standard. David says, "We have young California doe. We plan to wait until she's 6 months to breed her with our California buck." Awesome. I waited 9 months, and that was the age Slightly Redneck, Chris from Slightly Redneck said. So that's the age I went with, and has worked out. What I've heard from people is it should be, somebody correct me, 80% of their weight when they're bred. Is that right? Something like that. Dawn says, thank you. It was awesome washing my hair myself. Absolutely. Absolutely, Dawn. That's so awesome. Yeah, Andy says it felt good. Yep. Dawn's thanking everybody. Yeah, man. And Dawn says, I think eventually I won't need help getting in and out too. That board is slick. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Buster says, Katrina, got my fingers crossed. You will get ones that looks like Californian. All right, we should do a bet or a poll or something, to see if we are gonna get any that look like Californian out of these ladies. So the ones that are going to have babies next, they are black with little bits of flecks of white, like every once in a while there's a white hair. And their mom was tortellini, and she was a black New Zealand, and their dad was Parmesan, who was Californian. And the dad of their babies is a black New Zealand. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's something hidden in this boy. Maybe not. So far, all of his babies are black like him. All right. Verna says, no, Katrina, at 5 a.m., I was awakened to a rabbit screaming. When I went in to check what happened, I saw the babies on the wire near the J feeder. Ooh. So surprise to her, too, huh? Yeah, she was probably a little too small for the babies, huh? Wow. Val says to Dawn, I can't be without a board. Life-changing. Good, good. Okay, thank you, Steve. Fact check. 80% of their mature weight was correct. Thanks for checking for me, Steve. I remember stuff and sometimes it's wrong, right? We all remember stuff wrong sometimes. Oh, 6 months for standard, 8 months for large breed. Okay. So Californian is a larger breed. But yeah, it's funny. They say like 80% of the mature weight. Well, how do you know how much they're going to weigh when they're grown up? Oh, the boys don't have to wait that long. I know that. Percy got the job done. He could barely reach. Verna says, no, she was attacking the males in the cage. They were the ones screaming. Oh, all right. All right. And Ed says, Dawn, I know how you feel. Nope. Okay, David, I have a video on this. How do you treat a baby bunny with an eye that is not opening? Let me find it for you. You use warm water. How old is your bunny? With the eye that is not opening. If it hasn't opened by like 2.5 weeks, so this is called nest box eye. It must have had a space. I don't know if it has a space or not. And nest box eye. And I've only had it happen once. And all right, here you go. You use treatment for nest box eye. So you use treatment of this. You use a like a cotton ball or something soft, and just use warm water, and just go like that until you get the crusties out. So what's happening is there's crusties, like, you know how you get sleeps in your eye, sleepies or whatever you want to call them. It's like that, but they've basically kept the eye sealed shut. And you can get that. You're basically hydrating the crusties and getting that out. And sometimes it can be, I know in this case there was one eye that was had hair that was kind of going the wrong way, And so that one, it kind of collected there. And yeah. So try that. I have heard that using, what's the calming tea that I don't like? What is it called? Somebody know a calming tea that everybody in the world likes but me. Starts with a C. I don't know why I can't think of it. Anyway, I have heard of people using that tea. What is it called? It's a little flower. It's white with a yellow center. Anyway, I will think of it. But some people use that tea for that purpose, and it has, I guess, some extra oomph in it. I don't happen to have that tea because I don't like it. Somebody tell me what I'm thinking of. I want to say calamine, but that's a lotion. Chamomile. Yes, thank you. I didn't see that come up. Chamomile tea is what I have heard of people using. I've done it with just warm water. And yeah. Okay. Scrolling back up. Andy says, I do if a rabbit should weigh 10 pounds, wait 10 months. If a rabbit should weigh 5 pounds, wait 5 months. Okay. And Dodd says, I waited for hubby to make one since he has 3/4 ton of oak in the garage. I ordered a cheap pine one to see if it would work. Now he can make an oak short one and a long one. Okay, that's good. So David's babies are 18 days old. Yeah, they should be opening their eyes about now. Is it all of them or is it just like one of them? Because that's the other thing. Like they're going to start opening their eyes, and within a day of each other, everybody's eyes should be open. Yeah. You have enough rabbits to wait. Absolutely, Andy. Yeah, so Val was saying you could use a chamomile tea bag and soak it. Yep. You can use that or you can use just warm water. I used just warm water and it works. Verna says, I keep finding Mooney's kits sitting in the J feeder. Verna, they do that. They do it and they don't fit eventually and they still do it. Yeah. You're welcome, David. Yeah, that's always cute to see, Verna. Andy says it happens all the time, and they're always like, they get big enough, and one foot is like sticking out there, and like, okay, I fit, nom 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 nom, I fit, nom nom, and you're like, you really don't. Yeah. Yes. Chamomile. Yes. It's okay, Ed. Yeah, it was chamomile. I think I have a sensitivity to chamomile. I don't know what exactly to say about it. I don't like the smell and I don't like the taste. And when I have it, like someone's like, okay, use this, it's a calming thing, whatever. And I have it and I just feel weird. So I don't know how weird is, but it was it's something that I don't like and I don't eat. So I don't know. That it's not that it doesn't agree with me, I just feel weird. I don't know. All right. David says a couple of the three have one open. The third one is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Give it a couple more days, David, and they will likely open it on their own. Yeah, they'll likely open them on their own. I know, Val. Steve was pushing for you. I had my eyes closed thinking about what the word was, and I didn't see your comment. Yes, chamomile tea. Verna says, if you're allergic to ragweed, then stay away from chamomile. I don't think I'm allergic to ragweed. Andy says, any that I have with Nestbox Eye goes for dinner. Immediately? I mean, you wouldn't breed them, right? But Hopefully not immediately. Maybe a little crunchy snack. Chamomile affects, this is from Dawn, affects people with weed allergies. It's an antiseptic and will even kill mold on seedlings. I don't know that either. Are you talking about the medicinal weed or are you talking about general weeds? Yeah, I don't know that. I've not had that. Anyway, yeah, chamomile is a weird one for me. It just makes me feel weird and I don't like it. Yeah, and then bell peppers. You don't want to be around me if I've had them. I used to think I didn't like bell peppers. No, I used to think I didn't like stir fry because my mom always put bell pepper in the stir fry. But in reality, I love stir fry. I just didn't know you could have it without bell pepper until I was an adult and made it myself without bell pepper and didn't have issues. That's when I realized, oh, I actually have a reaction to this. Dawn says, like ragweed or other weeds growing that people are allergic to. Okay. I know I'm allergic to some sort of grass that grows up in the North Bay. I don't know which one. Verna says, my daughter, is your daughter a cat? It's my own cat. Is she a cat? Oh, man. Steve says, dang, Andy, you glad you're not around when I wake up in the mornings. It'll be off with his head. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What can you use on quail when they get scalped? I've not had this happen. I would not use Blue Coat because that is used, to my knowledge, and you can check on me and you should check me because I haven't bought the stuff, but to my knowledge, that is used on animals that you're not going to consume. And I don't know, but I know you can use like an antibiotic that does not have a pain reliever in it. I believe Neosporin is one of those. Somebody fact check me, Steve. But it's a pain reliever is not a good thing for quail or for your birds because it does have, most of the pain relievers have a toxic in them, but it should heal on its own too. I take the approach of if it is damaged enough that it's not going to heal by itself, it goes in the freezer. If it's not damaged enough then I let things progress as it would, and I don't treat. The only treatments I have given for quail is Epsom salt baths, and I've really only done that with one, and that was because I just called all the other males, and I have my 3 little boys that I was keeping for my 15 ladies. And I come out and it has legs stuck straight out. I'm like, what are you doing? I just selected you to live. What's going on? And anyway, massages and Epsom salt saved right now. He's going to be replaced with the ones that are in the other aviary right now. But that's besides the point. Oh, chamomile tea can be used on scalp quail. Oh, you were telling me. Got it. You were telling me. Yeah, chamomile is used medicinally. I just don't know much about it because for me, I think if I have that effect when I drink the tea, which most people drink the tea and they're like, oh, this is relaxing. And I drink the tea and I'm like, I feel freaking weird. I probably shouldn't be using it for other things. There you go. Verna says, LOL, I never drank the tea of it. People were smoking it? The catnip? Ugh. Okay. All right. Steve's my fact checker. As long as the Neosporin does not have a painkiller in it. Thank you, Steve. I love that I can say something and be like, I think this is right. Check me. Because I'd rather be checked and either be right and confirmed or be wrong and be told, hey, no, it's this over here, rather than weird. Yeah. Anyway. Iverna says, I don't feel anything from chamomile tea. I've never heard of anybody else that does. No, it's not a good weird. It's something I don't like. So, yeah, I don't like it. So I don't have it. I don't know. I've tried it several different times from, different brands and stuff, and it's not for me. If I grew it, I would grow it to sell. And to me, for the space that I have, I'm not going to. Yeah. It never comes back for you, Andy Rabbit. I've heard that chamomile can be quite the reseeder. I wonder why it doesn't come back for you. I mean, it won't come back if you harvest all of the flower heads. It won't come back. I actually don't know if it's annual. I think it's an annual, isn't it? It's not a perennial, is it? I don't know. I don't know much about that one except for it's supposed to be a relaxant, and it does not relax me. It grows wild around here. Verna says there's several different kinds of chamomile. I know, like, there's German chamomile, and there's, I don't know, there's a lot of different kinds of chamomile, and some of them are weedy species more than others. And I don't know which ones are, but I know there's multiple different kinds. Steve says, do you think the weirdness is the calming effect? And you're so active you don't know what calming actually feels like? That's a good theory, Steve. I don't think so. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I haven't had it in years. Maybe I should have it just to tell you what it feels like. I don't know. It's not something pleasurable, though. Yeah. Good theory. Val says, I grow lots of different herbs for medicinal purposes on my animals and myself. Awesome. Awesome. The Roman chamomile grows wild around where Verna is. Okay. Yeah, there's many different kinds. I know I've seen it growing wild around here. Not like a field of it, but like something here and there. And I think pineapple weed might be a relative of chamomile. I don't remember, but that's a weed around here that is pretty much everywhere. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going everywhere today. We started off on eclipse. We're going to other places. All right. It's a perennial. Okay. Maybe it is an annual where Andy Rabbit lives. It's an annual in your yard. There are some things. For me, it's dill. Dill, I have got to reseed once in my yard, and that was from one plant that I actually, like, I harvested just like a pinch of because I wanted it so badly to reseed in my yard naturally, and it reseeded in the rain. A whole seed head had fallen over, and it reseeded, or it sprouted, but then none of them were touching the ground, and I didn't do anything, and so they're all dead. Wonderful. All right. David says, we watched the eclipse today. Awesome. In my scientific opinion, our pepper gives just as many kisses during an eclipse as he did before and after the eclipse. But where's the data, David? Where's the data? I love it. That's great. That's a great. How to measure the effects on animals. How many kisses they give. Oh. Brenda says, I tagged you on one of my walks, wondering if you could identify a plant. Awesome. I'll take a look at it. Might not be till tomorrow because I still have my weekly review to do, but I will take a look at it. Yeah. Val, you too? Dill. And the thing is, I love dill. Dill is a spice I use a lot for eggs. Um, I love to use dill and cayenne, although I am using my own like multi-heat pepper powder on it. And instead of cayenne now because it's super good. I roasted a bunch of random peppers that are from the green stock that I grew and like together and then freeze dried them and powdered them and it's a wonderful thing. Everybody should have this. But yeah, I for some reason dill. No. Okay, we have Steve says Google says uses of pineapple weed are identical to that of chamomile. They are considered the same family and type. I thought so. They are much smaller, and when they're flowering, though, it smells almost the same. David says measured it by my own smiles. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So I will have a what am I doing here? There we go. I will have a video for the eclipse. This is just a picture. It's going to be probably pretty short. I'm not going to, I might fast forward through things. It's not going to take as long as it really takes. But I missed the first part. I was in a meeting. But and it took me a while to set up the camera correctly. And I did start on my GoPro, but my GoPro, I don't think it takes as good a picture as this, even though that's 4K. This is 4K in pictures, but not in I don't use this very much anymore. But the pictures are really good. Is the video 4K? I don't think the video is 4K. Maybe it is. Anyway, and the video sometimes goes fuzzy. That's why I got my big girl camera. And but this one this is what I basically used for the one that you can actually see. And I think that probably has to do with I could zoom in really far. I have no idea why Canon screwed this up. This is a Canon a PowerShot, but not it is 4K. But not the most recent one. The most recent one sucks if you want zoom. So this has a 40x optical. 40 optical. Like let me turn this on for you. This is just me. Oh, can you see? Look at that. Look at that on the camera. And they took that away. In order to get that on a bigger camera, like this is the one I'm using now. That's the one I'm using now. It has, it would have to be like a humongous thing and $1,000 or more probably. So Canon messed up on that. Anyway, there's my little spiel. All right. Paprika. I would love to grow paprika. I don't have seeds for them. So Steve is asking, did you say you made paprika, freeze-dried red peppers? No, I did not. I haven't grown paprika. It was just a bunch of different hot peppers that I grew, and I roasted them, and then I freeze-dried them, and then I powdered them. So that is what I did. And it made a lovely, lovely powder. I also did cayenne powder separately because I had enough to do that. Dawn says, I have a dill patch in the garden that has been there about 5 years. You bragging. That's so awesome. I love that. I love that. I mean, the fact that these plants just keep on growing and volunteering themselves is wonderful. It's so awesome. Verna says, I only video parts of the walk. That makes sense. That makes sense. And Buster says, Verna, love when you take us on your walks. By the river, right? It's Awesome. Awesome. Steve says, I've been reading and they say you can use any red pepper, not just paprika peppers. To make paprika? I mean, I think you can powder any pepper, but I think to make paprika, you have to use paprika, right? I would think so. Interesting. I would look that up on the FDA website if you want a real answer as far as what can be officially in paprika pepper, dried pepper. Yeah. Val says it's strange because you build an image in your mind, i.e., the apartment, then your walks are quiet, natural, or are quite rural. Yeah. Yep. Dawn says I can have dill growing, but all you can grow lemon balm. I can't. Lemon balm grows without water here. Well, it probably gets water from the neighbor. I have to admit that, but I don't water it. So there you go. It does not grow huge, probably because it doesn't get watered. But that's okay. My favorite tea from the yard is lemon balm, hot and spicy oregano, and chocolate mint. Put that together. If you hadn't had hot and spicy oregano, you're missing out. And adding oregano to your tea, wonderful. All right. Yeah, good thing, Brenna. And Val says lemon balm grows well here. Yeah, it's in the mint it's in the mint family. Has that square stem, but it it seems like it's one of those plants that's invasive in some areas and not invasive in others. And I think it probably mostly has to do with the moisture that it gets, because like I'm in a dry area in summer, so it's not going to spread very far in summer, and that's pretty much when it's growing is spring into summer. So yeah, but they're pretty cool plants. I like it. Um, lemon, and if you're having trouble with lemon balm, maybe try lemon verbena because that is really good. It's a tougher leaf, so like using it for tea is fine, but if you're consuming it, it's going to be a little tougher. Um, but for tea, lemon verbena makes a really good tea, and that's a woody plant. And in your area, Dawn, it would likely die back to the base each year, and it would you could keep it in a pot, but I think they have pretty big roots on them, so you might want to have a pretty big pot. Yeah. All right. Brenda says one day I'll take a video of me walking around a neighborhood area just a bit away from where I live. I get it. I get it. Dawn says I searched how to make paprika and it said almas or bulldog peppers are standard. They're vivid red peppers that aren't too thick. Interesting. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. We had deviled eggs at my parents' on Easter, and I was like, "Ah, I would use paprika. I could make some powdered paprika, and I haven't. Yeah, I haven't looked for seeds. Of course, that was only a few days ago. Come on, come on. Val says it dies back here in winter. Okay. All right. Gotta run. David says, good night. Good night. Good night. Get more kisses from your doggy. Oh. All right. It's not deviled eggs without paprika. I know. Exactly. Exactly. And if you're really cool, you make double-decker deviled eggs. Quail deviled egg on top of a chicken deviled egg. If you give me extra cool, you get something bigger. I don't know, a duck, a goose, or what? There you go. Verna says, you just need to smoke some of your red peppers and use it as a mop paprika. Paprika has, to me, a very, very specific flavor. So I'm sure there are specific peppers involved, and I would want to do that. And I know even like in smoked paprika, I don't know what the rules are for what you use to smoke them. I do know that rules were established, not rules, they're not rules, practices, guidelines were established for making chipotle peppers, because I know one of the people involved in that process, because it used to be the people, well, that they were getting stuff from was coming from Mexico, and they were being smoked by pallets, which, depending on the pallet, may or may not matter. But they now, I don't know if regulate's the right word, but they now have certain types of a certain type of wood that is used to smoke that kind of pepper specifically. So, and if you don't know, a chipotle pepper is just a ripened jalapeno. And I actually like chipotle peppers. I think the chipotle has to be smoked too, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I like jalapenos when they're red better than when they're green. I think they have more flavor. It's awesome. Yeah. And Steve says capsicum peppers. Capsicum peppers? Is that just spicy? Because capsaicum is the spicy in spicy peppers. I don't know what you're saying, Steve. Yeah. Val says, is jalapeno the hot ones? They are spicy. They are not nearly the most spicy, but they are spicy. They are, I can show you. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm going to show you ripe peppers right now. All right. Oh, well, that's not a jalapeno, but that's kind of what they look like. This, I think, was supposed to be a yellow one. I don't remember the name. There's a jalapeno. Here's a jalapeno. Look at that, though, guys. Because I have a green stalk, I have ripe peppers. It's a cayenne, short one. This is a mushroom something. It's something mushroom. Anyway, I feel like I'm show and tell with these things. Some of them are getting wrinkly because I actually picked them a while ago. That's another jalapeno. There you go. I think this is a Serrano. It was starting to change color when I got it. I don't remember what that one is. Anyway, there you go. There's my show and tell. All right. Oh, no, not that kind of smoke, Andy. Smoking peppers is not like that. It is with smoke. Yeah, you're funny. Verna says, I thought chipotle peppers were hickory smoked. It might be. I don't remember the type of wood, but there is a type of wood now. It was not always defined as a type of wood, as a particular type. It was just whatever people were using. It was smoked. So now it is. I don't know if it's hickory or not. Hey, Leslie's here. Welcome, Leslie. Hi from Wyoming. I just said that state really weirdly. Welcome, Leslie. Did you see the eclipse? I want to know. And yes, I'm going to share this again, and I'm sorry if you guys are getting sick of it. But that is what I saw from California. We got 48% here. I'm getting hungry, guys. All right. Hope you're doing well and doing good in Wyoming. Oh, Steve says paprika was hot, spicy, until the 1920s. And then what happened? Something else happened in 1920. Ed says use Old Bay instead of paprika. Old Bay? Like bay leaf? Is that what you're saying? That's different flavor. Of course, I have California Bay here, so it's definitely a little bit different flavor. Chipotle are just red jalapenos, right? Yep. Chipotle are red jalapenos that have been smoked, I believe. I believe there is that designation of smoking. Mushroom one looked a lot like a habanero. It's not a habanero. It's not as spicy as the other spices. Yeah, here's the mushroom one. Let me stop sharing. You can see it. So here's the mushroom one. I mean, this was something that I got from from a nursery, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Let's grow it. And it's good. It's not something I would choose to plant again, but if it's going to live and continue to give me peppers, I will continue to eat them. The ones I really like, I like the Sugar Rush Peach and Sugar Rush, whatever the red one is. But they have I like the flavor with the heat. I don't do really many not spicy peppers. I do mostly spicy peppers because that's what I enjoy. But I don't do like really, really hot ones. But I do like that flavor with the heat. It's kind of like when people do salsa and they do like really, really spicy salsa and they're like, look, this is really good. I'm like, no, it's really spicy and it tastes like spicy. I would like spicy that tastes like a flavor. Spicy's not a flavor, guys. Some people it is. Oh no, Leslie has ghost peppers growing. Have you grown them before? Um, Val says, thanks, Katrina. Do you grow in a greenhouse? We are only just doing starts. I have plans for a greenhouse. I have windows that I got several years ago for a greenhouse. I have not made my greenhouse. No, I grow peppers in a green stock, and I will put a link. I don't know if you can get them where you are, Val. Oh boy, this is going to be a long link. I don't know why the links are so long. I know there's a shortener somewhere. But here's my link for you to get $10 off your first purchase from Greenstock. I don't know that they go where you are, Val, but that is a really, really good system for me because I have it rotates. So I got the spinner base, which you can spin it around so you can have it facing the sun, and then tomorrow these guys get sun, and then the next day these guys get sun, and then you just spin it every day to a new little section. And with that, they all get the right amount of sun. And then it's a watering system that is fully in, like, if you pour water in the top, all of them get even water. It's not like you pour water on the top and the top gets a lot of water and the bottom gets a little, or it goes down on the bottom and then the top didn't get any. It's pretty even watering. And I can roll it into my screen and porch. You can also roll it inside your house, inside your garage, inside somewhere. And as in my area, as long as it's not up against the screen, because I did that 2 winters ago and I lost all of them on that one side because I forgot to spin them and it was cold. So I stored it in there away from the screen and it was fine. There is, when you move them, make sure you are doing it appropriately. And you can look at my pepper video and see how not to do it appropriately, because when I moved out recently, I don't remember what I did. I pulled instead of pushed, I think, and it was not fun. That's the only problem ever that I've had with Greenstock. Every other time I've moved them has been very smooth. So it was obviously I pulled where I should have pushed or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, yeah. Steve says Chipotle is just jalapeno pepper made by the Aztecs. That's the origin. All right. I'm almost 2 hours in. You're right. Oh, I am 2 hours in. Verna, you're right. Steve says smoked or dried. Okay. Scotch bonnet is hot, isn't it? Yes, I've never had it, but that's supposed to be very, very hot. Yeah. And Verna says, then you need to do the spicy pineapple that I do in the freeze dryer. That, I've heard you say that before, and it sounds really, really good because I like pineapple and I actually like, warm pineapple, like on pizza. I know, controversial. I don't care. But I love warm pineapple. It's just so good. And freeze-dried pineapple turns out really, really good. Yeah, there we go. So I haven't done pineapple again yet, but I will, and I will consider doing that in the future. All right, guys, it is 8:01. So we're going to get the last comments in, and I'm hungry, guys. We'll shut it off here in a little bit. All right, let's see what people say. Andy says, I had some peppers called Mad Hatter one year. They were pretty good too, but never saw them again. Maybe not enough people liked them at the nursery. Yeah. Ed says, when I do deviled eggs, I use ranch dressing, gray mustard, then sprinkle Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay must be a seasoning, right? It's not old seasoning that is Bay. Old Bay is a type of seasoning. I'm unfamiliar with that. Oh, it's normally for seafood. That's why. I'm not a seafood kind of person. Nope. Not for me. That would make sense. I was thinking bay like it's a bay tree. Okay, Leslie says, first time growing ghost peppers in the greenhouse. I have heard that the leaves give you spicy on your hands. I don't know if that's true. Be cautious. Thank you, Verna. I know you've probably given me that before. Yeah, Val. Okay, you don't have green stock. You have the cheap knockoffs without the water thing in the top. Yeah, the thing with those is you just have to make sure you water all of the cubbies. I don't know what to call them. Water all the sections, and then you'll be fine. Dawn says, I have to get offline now, so everyone have a good night. Thank you for coming back on, Dawn. You stayed late tonight, and I am glad you're doing better. Let's continue in that direction. All right. Everybody saying good night, Dawn. Sweet hot pineapple freeze dryer. Yes, yes. And I wonder, like, I just came up with this, Verna. I don't know if you guys have this where you are, but we have in like Safeway, or I guess it would be like Hy-Vee where you are probably, or Albertsons. There's something called banana sauce, and it's in the Asian food section in the grocery store. And it's really good on a lot of things, and I don't know if it even has bananas in it, but that would probably be really good on pineapple. Yeah, try it out. Oh, Steve didn't like the freeze-dried pineapple. What about it didn't you like? And did you try to rehydrate? Oh no, Val says freeze dryers have not hit the UK yet. I thought they had. I thought they had like special plug adapters. Harvest Right hasn't? I mean, yeah, Harvest Right. All right, Verna, I'm going over to the other thing that's going. You said save the link. I'm opening it. It's open. There we go. I will save that. In fact, let me star it right now. Star. Done. It is starred. Thank you, Verna. Oh, thank you, Steve. You guys always look out for me. That's awesome. You did not rehydrate. They were stringy. Well, pineapple has those fibers in it. Oh, not everything for everybody. That is okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it is 5 after 8. I am thinking it is time to have some dinner because I'm hungry. I wonder if you guys are hungry. You guys are ready for bed. A lot of you guys are ready for bed, probably. My water is empty. Yeah, Verna says they're great eating dried. I liked them dried. Yeah, the pineapple. All right, guys, I'm going to say good night. We will see you next Monday. I don't think there's any reason why we wouldn't. And go make something and sprinkle your homemade paprika on it. I don't have homemade paprika yet. Oh boy. All right. Good night. 4 in the morning, Val. Good morning. And all right, Buster's gonna watch the first part. That sounds good. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful evening. I'm so glad so many people got to see the eclipse. And if you didn't get to see the eclipse, I will have a video on it, I believe, this week. Tomorrow's video, I think, is going to remain what it was, and that was a garden tour of my parents' garden. Keep in mind, it's still winter over there. And I think I'll do the eclipse video on Thursday. And then I probably should do it for tomorrow, but I still have my weekend review to do for night. And Sunday, I will do the video. I just filmed it today of the garden tour here, which is going to be quite the contrast to my parents. There you go. Yeah. All right. Oh, we got more questions. Did you see the eclipse? I saw the eclipse. It's not full here, and this is what I saw. So it only moved this way across. It didn't go any further up and down. So 48% is what it was supposed to get. And yeah, there we go. All right. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you next Monday. Good night.